Like if you become a more conscious man, it doesn't mean you're any less manly.
What can jantans do better generally?
I think we need to take responsibility for everything in our life. There is this whole dynamic that's changing, and it's been in process of changing between men and women. And sometimes it's painful to let go of the power that men have had. Within our relationships, within the workplace, within all this. It's like we've been first, or we've been one making decisions, or it's our way, and it's time we have to let go of that for more of an equal choice. But it doesn't mean we still want to be leaders. But it's about taking that personal responsibility that there is an evolution going on in relationships, and if you want to have better relationships, it's about changing with that and taking the responsibility to do what you can to be a better man in all areas. So regardless of how it started, like every relationship is going to grow. It's either going to grow or it's going to die. And so are you willing to grow in the relationship? And that may even mean changing. It doesn't mean you need to change your personality, but it means things are going to change. Things that worked before may not work now. And you can be the strong silent type and still share your feelings. And when I say share your feelings, it doesn't mean that you turn into this weak, crying, guy all the time that is just, like that. But it's about the context of the situation. Like what's going on between us right now, and what do I need to do in order to find a solution with my partner or in this situation? How can I change?
But if they do want to learn how to do all this, I mean, like, where can they go?
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to go anywhere in particular, but it starts with being able to communicate. I think that's the real win for a lot of men, is like we've never communicated before. So I've been running men's circles over the last 2 years in Kuala Lumpur.
Wait, what's a men's circle? Meaning what?
So this men's circle allows you to share whatever's going on with you, whether it's a win or a challenge or whatever you're going through, and you don't get any feedback on that. So it's like completely safe. You can get this off your back.
Any final advice for everyone listening who's watching this, specifically men?
Like if you become a more conscious man, it doesn't mean you're any less manly. It doesn't mean you're any less strong. Like it's there's only like, you only need to shift a few things, but it doesn't mean you need to become this feminine, different type of whatever we picture a man to be. You can be that, but it's understanding in each context of how I want to show up for myself and the people around me that's healthy. And so there's one thing I wanted to talk to, is like vulnerability. This comes up a lot. I think we're kind of taught that, vulnerability, I think, the definition is like weakness, right? It's where you're weak. And so in like an emotional sense and with relationships, vulnerability is where you share something, right? You open up. If you can stand in the face, like naked in the face of anything without the fear of being destroyed, and you can stand there confidently, that's the ultimate strength. The reason like we're afraid to be vulnerable is because there's some weakness inside, or there's some part of ourselves that we don't want other people to see, because we'll fear we'll be rejected or ostracized, or it'll be embarrassing. But all we're doing is hiding that weakness. If you really want the strength, it's to stand in that imperfection, willing to be destroyed, and no one can destroy you. And so that's why vulnerability, it's strength. It's not weakness. When you can share your supposed weakness with anyone, with the world, like me sharing my story about, wanting to kill myself and suicidal for 24 years, that's now my strength. It's not my weakness anymore. And I embrace it and I own it. So it's owning your imperfections, owning your supposed weaknesses completely. Then you have the ultimate strength.
Hey guys, we hope you loved that discussion, but for the full discussion and all our other videos, click right here. And remember, don't be a dick.